Okay, good morning to one and all who are present here. My name is Praveen. My team members are Mr. Prithvi and Mr. Suresh Babu. So we are gathered here to discuss a topic about edge computing for a subject named technical seminar. We three here gonna present a topic named edge computing. So we are gonna take it from three of us gonna deliver a nice topic here. So we would like us to start from here. I am gonna take it over to Mr. Prithvi. You can carry on from this.
Good morning, sir. My name is Prithvi. Today I'm going to discuss about edge computing. Edge computing stores and processes data locally on the IoT or mobile devices. It was created on the edge of the network. Only necessary data is synchronized to a cloud and premises server. Here you can use that edge computing in sensors, IoT, mobile, gateway, and cloud and on premises. And we can use the edge computing cloud data center, and in which realistic data processing and basic analysis and data capturing before the operation. And why edge computing is important: new functionalities are offered, easier configurations, hacking potential is increased, the load on network is reduced, applications programming interference increases extensibility, centralized management, costs of licenses. Is edge computing seen as necessary in the realization of physical computing? Cities computing multimedia applications such as augmented reality and cloud gaming and the Internet of Things. It is a way to streamline the movement of traffic from IoT and implement a real-time local data analysis. Data produced by the IoT devices to be processed where it is created instead of taking away to the routes to data centers with the help of edge computing. And it is also benefits remote office and branch office environment and organization that have a dispersed user based geographically. And terms and conditions of edge computing. Edge, it is highly depends on the user cases. Like in telecommunication, it may be cell phone or cell tower. Similarly, in the automobile example, it could be a car. In manufacturing, it could be a machine. In the information technology field, it could be a laptop. And we can use that edge device. A device which produces data is edge devices like machines and sensors or any devices through which information is collected and deliberated. And we can use edge gateway, flat client, edge computing equipment, mobile edge computing. And if we see that edge computing architecture, we can use cloud modules, legacy cloud apps, runtime, storage analytics, edge modules, gateways, so and all we can use in that edge computing. Yeah, that's my point of edge computing.
Yeah, very good morning. First of all, I would like to say heartfelt thanks for giving me an opportunity to present about edge computing architecture. We have seen that the edge computing architecture, which is connected to the IP network to the distributed intelligence, and which are the endpoints and some data processed and used in real time, and what are the real time discussion making, and finally centralized storage. We are now seeing that IoT and edge computing. In IoT, with the help of edge computing, intelligence moves to the edge. There are various scenarios which speed and high speed data are the main components for management, power issues, analytics, and real-time need, etc. Helps to process data with edge computing in IoT. Next, we are seeing that benefits of enabling edge computing for the Internet of Things. Yeah, what are the benefits? We are saying that lesser network load and zero latency, reduced data exposure, computational, computational efficient, cost and autonomous operation, security and privacy. And after that, we see what is what are the future direction of computing for the IoT. Now we see that future direction of computing for the Internet of Things, that is edge to cloud data exchange capabilities, common on edge data exchange capabilities, streaming data analytics and batch frameworks and APIs, control rolling and versioning upgrades of applications, status of application monitoring from an ADHOC, cloud dashboard, and cloud-based developments of edge computing applications. Then we can see the advantages. What are the advantages of enabling edge computing? Speed is increased and reliability is increased. The random issue is reduced and the compliance issue is reduced. Hacking issues are reduced. From these advantages, we are seeing that edge computing, which is enabled. And finally, we see that what is the edge gateway server? Edge gateway server is real-time analytics, transactional analytics, business intelligence, no latency issue, medium latency requirements, low latency requirements. So based on edge gateway server, we see that these are all. And next, my friend will continue.
Okay, thank you, Prithvi and
Thank you.
Suresh. From here onwards, I'm going to take it up. So here, if you see that in this triangle-shaped environment, so we can see that edge devices, fog nodes, and cloud data centers. So these are interlinked within each other. So this could work better. So the next slide is cloud layer, edge layer, fog layer. In cloud layer, we can see. So if you see this edge layer, fog layer, cloud layer. So first we are going to see about edge layer. Edge layer, we have large volume real-time data processing as a mobile stuff, on-premises data visualization, embedded systems that we are talking about circuits, and gateways and micro data storage is nothing but SD cards and memory cards or pen drives that we are discussing. So next is about the fog layer. Fog layer, if you see that local network comprises of 100 meters or 200 meters or one street or two streets. In that, we have to analyze the data and we have to reduce it to a smaller size and standardization. We have to standard the data. Then we have to improvise it to the next layer, that is cloud layer. It is known as big data processing, data warehousing, and business logic. So in security, so if we think about what are the security, if we go for a thing or a material, we see two things. One is guarantee and security. So guarantee that can be assured by cloud computing. If you see in air, the medium is transported and the data is stored in the cloud. So if you see the security breach, security means data breach. Any any user can break into the data and steal it. So here we are going to go two sides of security in edge computing. One of them is that security is better than the other storage where it is created. So it will be traveling around over the network. It will not be localized. So it can't stay over one thing. So the other thing is less secure, because the flip side of this security is because edge devices in themselves can be more vulnerable, because the edge devices, the edge layer itself more dangerous, so it can't allow another person to break into see it. So that's what in conclusion what we are saying is for the security purposes in edge computing, the data encryption and access control and the use of virtual private networks are crucial. And so it's an impossible thing to discuss. So use cases where edge computing becomes critical. So where are the cases edge computing can become more vulnerable? So having low latency, for example, closed loop interaction between vision and insights. So that's where we have a vulnerable thing. The second one is real-time analytics, access to temporal data. Access to temporal data, a temporary data when we are accessing it in the real time. So low connectivity, remote location. If you are going to a villages, so there we can get low connectivity. So that time we can face a situation. So another situation is the high cost of transferring data to cloud. Yes, it's a more thing to use. So another thing is bandwidth and cybersecurity constraints and compliance and regulation. We have more rules and regulations to have this edge computing. So the next thing is why edge computing matters. So when IoT devices have poor connectivity, when if you are in an office and we have to check that whether the eggs are in the fridge, so if a poor connectivity, that is the issue we are facing. So what are the disadvantages of every technology? So in this technology, what it makes more important of edge computing. So the latency factor reduces the latency because data does not have traverse over a network to central cloud for processing. So as soon as the data is produced, it does not need to send over a network. So build out for next generation 5G. 5G after 4G, we are going through a step. It is known as 5G cellular networks, fifth generation. So direct access to gateway into telecom providers network, which connects to a public IaaS cloud provider. So in this way, it makes the edge computing, the use of edge computing related to industries. So if a technology is booming, so we need to discuss it in all the way in industries, small scale companies, large scale companies. So smart applications and devices respond to data instantly, eliminating lag time. So lag time is a delay time we are going to discuss about. So real-time data process with linear latency, where even milliseconds in latency make a difference in the processing of data. Because in seconds and milliseconds only, the accidents or something is gonna happen. So in that millisecond, we are gonna reduce it as a delay time. So that delay time we are gonna in edge computing we are gonna decrease it. So acceleration in the data stream, efficient data processing in massive data, effective use of application in remote location. Yes, this is one of the major default that we are facing in real-time situation nowadays. Because in a remote location, they think that only the city has more advantage of network towards the city, but we must have to concentrate on the remote locations also. So next is gonna be role of edge computing in healthcare. So this is one of the major. First one is agriculture and healthcare and industries and so many other things. So in this edge computing, what we are going to contribute to the healthcare society. So in this, we are going to give clinical information to edge computing. We can't have all the records in paper, so it's a tough situation to handle lots of records. So in that situation, we are going to have records to the edge computing, where we are going to process it through a chip on a mobile, and we are going to transfer it to the edge layer. Edge layer is going to take it to fog layer. Fog layer is going to transfer to cloud layer. In cloud, we are going to have the information of all the patients who have attended in such year, in such particularly, and what are the cases that they have faced. So that's what it's about role of edge computing. So in role of edge computing in social good wealth healthness. So in environmental factors like road safety, density, air quality, better school holidays, other situations. So we are going to give a processed something like what we can say is healthy, healthy good edge computing. So in that we can say environmental factors can affect like fog, the air, mist, moisture. So in that situation also we need to conduct it as. So that's what we are going to be. There is also a movement from business in all sectors to to use edge computing. So we have discussed it all the features and disadvantages my friends have said to you. So I hope you all understood about edge computing. Edge computing is nothing but once again I'm going to deliver it as my friend Prithvi said. Edge computing is nothing but where the edge of one network and the other network is going to meet it in the middle layer. So that's what about the edge computing. So thank you for one and all for watching this. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity to me and my members. So thank you.